I'm gonna make a quick run and come back, alright?
Yeah, man.
Any questions before
You get the milk on, right?
milk them in here, sir?
Right here.
Save this.
Mr. Lewis, you never get the 20-ounce cup then?
Negative, negative.
Okay.
You want to know, Jack?
No, yeah.
Jack?
Still on a beat, huh?
What?
That one I like really.
Not really. Trying to be. Trying to be.
Alright. So the machine at 1:20. So I'll be doing it.
Alright. So.
Yeah, man, make it know some reach. Hello? Yeah. Later. Yeah.
Checking with the parole officer. Good job. Let me stop. Barista. Oh, that's not what I need to do. Don't save. I need to pull up my staff training manual. Have you opened a cafe before?
I work at many cafes.
Where?
Coffee brew, Starbucks.
Oh, you just float?
No, I just don't. I'm the training.
Yeah, that's what
I
I'm.
used to work at Coffee Brew as a vice Jada, Jada barista. Serious.
Okay. Oh, what's the best fabric? Because I was thinking microfiber because we need to forget to do
Can I get J clad? Any clad is okay. Any clad is okay.
Okay.
Any clad is okay.
Cause he start.
Yeah,
Already.
I was one who gave me a clad that day.
You know better.
No. We don't have any clad.
That's what I'm
I came and tested it.
saying.
I came and tested the machine.
Oh, are you not telling me which class to get?
I tell you, you're supposed to get some clad.
No, because you have to tell me which one. When? In a compartment. You have to tell me which because that's not what I'm going to be with right away. So it will which direction. I don't get I'm just going to I'm going to get that. Morning! Here with a coffee making champion, because if you gonna teach me, it's gotta be the best. Learn from the best if you can. So yeah, But to be making coffee art up in this beer. Oh, you got. Oh, you don't have no. I want to learn how to form oatmeal. Okay. I know. So you have to come back. Can we like the life, please, guys?
So my duty values make sure to say trade properly, you know.
Yes. Thank you. Because that's always been my thing. I did it one time, and it was, and that was it.
Take dedication and practice. Plus just disseminate system make sure say perfect in your craft business.
Yeah.
So let us go through the basic with some theory.
Okay.
Because as a barista, it's very important to understand coffee. It's not only just to come to work and just make coffee. It's about understanding. Example, at the fund the coffee is running too fast. Go up there, grind, set the grind size, check the flow rate of the water. If the water pump is very low, the flow rate of the pump of the water can be actually very so no water not infuse properly. So the coffee is just extracting the coffee. But I'm saying what you want that way. Because the buy so you have everything. I really hate the place. You're the first person to see it. So you make sure every cup takes one. And certainly we can't tap on the line the same price. You don't want to be paid some a place there. So we have a deal with it.
Okay.
So I make my little video if I don't know.
Do your thing. As I want them stays, can we please to like the live, please and thanks. Good morning, and welcome. I'm getting barista training today from a world champ. Simply the best. Cause who else you gonna pair with me? Come on now, act like you know, bro. Act like you know. Be quiet. I gotta be quiet so he can make his video.
You can't talk,
Oh. You're gonna put music over. Okay. Yeah. I'll be making little hearts and trees and which bird? A flamingo? Swan. Swans. You can't chat to me. Remember me tell you. Remember me tell you. You think me did hype before? I joke. Hi, I'm a person. No, you changed your name. Thank you for liking the live. How you doing? I'm a person. That's so cute. I'm a person too. Oh my gosh, we're people. I'm a mess. I feel pretty. Where you at this morning? I feel pretty and witty and wise. I'm good. I'm here. I'm training. I'm in Jamaica. Yeah. The US was getting to be a bit much. And I'm like, I need to go home. I need to be around people who love me. People who care about me. Yeah, because the level of collective anxiety in the US is crazy. Do you hear the grinder?
Hey, so cute.
Lord have mercy. We ain't seen nothing yet. Yeah. Anybody been to Jamaica? Now you gotta come have the best coffee on the island. Cause you know when we put the energy in it. What? Come on, guys. I need everybody to like the live. It's only 3 of y'all. Y'all can like the live. Stop it. That's not nice. Not nice. Sensational. If y'all don't like the live, then I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to Instagram or Facebook or TikTok or one of them. Really? That's what we gonna do? Y'all don't send me no super bucks. Y'all don't send me nothing. No cash apps, no nothing. Y'all just siphoning off of my energy. Just enjoying my theatrics.
Yeah.
Right.
With no reciprocity. Not okay. Not nice.
Ready?
Yes, sir.
Alright, so today we are focused on about brewing coffee.
Okay.
So we have what's the four fundamental of brewing coffee. So the four fundamental of brewing coffee, you have preparations, you have water, you have grinding, you have freshness. Preparation is the amount of coffee you use in the basket. So if I'm using 200 grams of young coffee, I use a ratio to times it by 2 to 400 grams of coffee. Yeah, so everything is about weighing it. You see me? So water, the temperature of water. The temperature of water is always the 192 versus 200. That is where the water, the hot water bring with flavor in the brewing coffee. If the water is too cold, then I'll get the flavor that the coffee have. Then I get no knowledge of the flavor where it's supposed to come. So always make sure the temperature of water is at 200 and 192.
Okay.
And always make sure say you use the right amount of ground coffee to get the amount of water inside of the basket.
Okay.
So grind. As we said, the type of grind we use for brew coffee, the grinds are supposed to be a coarse grind. It cannot be a very fine grind like an espresso grind size. If you're doing a pour over, it's supposed to be like coarser grind size. It can't feel like a salt. If you're doing an espresso grind size, it should be like a baby powder. So the reason being, it should be a coarser grind size for brewing coffee, so the water can find ways to burst through the coarse size of the coffee to get through this, to get a nice, smooth, sweet, mellow coffee.
Okay.
Like the difference with the espresso shot grind size, if the grind size is too coarse, when the water is sucking through the water filter, it runs too fast. That is overshot, so it's about insipid, it's about water. So you always want to make it be like very fine, not fine. You want to find at a level where when the water extract on the espresso cup, it runs smoothly.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't want it too fast, you don't want it too fine. So that's it. Freshness. Coffee should always be up to date. You cannot use a coffee from 6 months back and expect say you have to get a good taste amount of coffee. When you use fresh coffee, it's better.
Okay.
You taste aroma, you taste the sweetness, you taste cherry, you taste all kind of flavor, description of the flavor, a beer the palate. So I always want the coffee to be fresh. Always at all time. Always. Alright, so what is espresso? Espresso is a concentrated shot of coffee forced by hot water under high pressure through fine ground coffee beans. I'm talking about the fine ground coffee. If the coffee beans grind, espresso grind is not fine enough, the water will find ways to give it channel. So what we call channel is if the water find ways in the coffee, it will give you a lot of fines and bitterness in the espresso. So I always want to make sure say the espresso grind side is perfect when you're doing espresso shot. Different from the brewing shot. Yeah, so here's a breakdown. So fine ground coffee. espresso requires very fine grind, finer than table salt. It should be like a baby powder, and to create a barrier for the water to build pressure. As I tell you, it have to be fine so the water can build pressure and force on it, so you can get an extraction, very good extraction, to get a mellow, sweet. I just say I like to say that mellow, sweet, and vibrant coffee.
Gotcha.
Understand? Yeah. So the pressure, what is pressure? Alright, so the espresso machine forces water under high pressure through the tight top coffee grow, as I just explained to you earlier. And for an espresso shot, the water should be 96 Celsius. Always 96. If you go over 96, it will be burn the coffee.
Okay.
So the water is heated at a specific temperature, typically around 2 to 4 Fahrenheit. 96 Celsius for optical extraction.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're European, so them set to Celsius, right? Or them set to Fahrenheit?
This
So Fahrenheit.
yeah, Fahrenheit. This a 90 Celsius.
Okay.
Yeah, you never see the temperature. This one is different. This is a different machine.
Okay.
You have out of a machine where you see the temperature and thing. So this one you never see the temperature.
Okay.
Oh yeah. This, alright. You never see the temperature, but you will see the bars.
Okay.
Alright, this is 6 bars, this is 9 bars, this is 12 bars.
Okay.
Yeah. So this
What are
is
the bars?
the bars is like when the coffee extract in the water filter, the force of the water will move the gauge to 9 bars. That is where you get a good extraction.
So
But
between 6 and 9.
no, that's 9. That's
It
9.
needs to go to 9?
9.
Okay.
You don't need to go. You're right. You don't need to go to 9, but it depends on the type of machine where you have.
Okay.
Because I can have a really automatic machine where I can program it to go to 6 bars, 5 bars, but 6 bar means the water will not be hot enough for the espresso shot to extract properly.
Wow.
So 9 bar give you the proper extraction shots. It reaches to the temperature that you need. Yeah. Okay.
But he does have a single small one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what is the 4th fundamental of espresso? So yeah, doses. Doses is what inside the grinder, the beans are grinded. This is the doses. This is the doses. Yeah, you can feel it.
Manual?
Yeah, you can feel it. So amount of ground coffee used for a shot that typically measure in grams. If I'm using 16 grams of ground coffee, if I use 16 grams of ground coffee, will you eat it?
If it's that good, yeah, it's okay.
If I'm using 16 grams, of ground coffee,
Okay.
the ratio I will use is 2 to 1. So I times 16 times 2. So I get 32 grams of liquid that we call yield in our cup. So we get back to this. So you have yield. The total amount of liquid extract in the cup is measured by grams. So as I told you before, the doses I use 16 grams and the yield
Per
I times
shot?
it.
16
60
for one shot?
Yeah, so
Okay.
the basket is 16 or 15. You have 14, you have 16, you have 18, you have 22.
Okay.
So this is like a 15, 16 basket. So if I'm using 16 gram basket and use 16 grams of coffee, I use a ratio of 2 to 1 and I times it by 2 to get 32 grams of liquid. Understand?
Okay.
Alright, so reach the liquid. The total amount of liquid extract in the cup is measured by the grams. Alright, so those is the grams of coffee I'm using, which is 16, and the yield is the grams that I extract from 16 to get 32 in the cup.
Your liquid grams?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that is where it comes on to the barista knowledge of coffee.
Okay.
If I'm using 16 grams, I always want to make sure I get 32 grams. Always. So the ratio, what I was saying about, the ratio is the relationship between the amount of dry coffee, which is a dose, used, and the amount of liquid extract in the cup, which is the yield. So extraction time, properly extract a special shot should take like around 25 to 30 seconds.
Okay.
If I'm using 16 grams and I said I want to get 32 grams of liquid, the time range should be like 25 to 30. Anything over 30 should not be a very good coffee, because the time range is 25 to 30. So if you go over to 35 or 40, it will be insipid, it will burn, it will stay soft, it will over extraction because it will run too fast, it will run too long. Because when you extract a coffee, the sweet part come out, and after everything, the water start coming on. So you always want 25 to 30 seconds. It's the best, it's the ideal way of making good espresso. What is the element of espresso? So you have crema, you have body, you have art. So the crema is, if you extract a coffee and you don't see any crema, that means the coffee is not fresh. Go back to right here. Freshness. If you're extracting a coffee and you don't get any crema, it tastes watery, you're running too fast because coffee is not fresh.
Okay.
But if you get crema and you're running too fast, that means the grind size want to set. You want to set the grind size to a finer grind to get flowing extraction.
Okay.
Yeah. So the body, but I'm going to show you this as well. Also, we're going to do some practical and thing. So the crema, what is the three element of espresso? Crema, body, art. So these are the most important thing in espresso. Always make sure you have crema. Always make sure say it have body. Always make sure say it have art, which is the sweetness. What is steamed milk? So steamed milk is that base heated and aerated to create a smooth, creamy texture, often used in coffee drinks like latte, cappuccino, and macchiato, etc. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to show the steamed milk and thing. Alright, so what is the 6 steamed milk routine? First, purge steamer. Before you started to prepare your milk and before you start to steam, first you want to purge the steamer, because anything that is in this can affect the taste of the milk.
Water usually back up.
Yeah, and insect can go inside.
Okay.
You know this.
Not out here.
Yeah?
No, out here.
Oh, no, it's in the coffee world, the same thing.
No.
Maybe
Have
some
the
people
AC
change different.
on or whatever, but no, I never hear about no book about that.
No, just example. Things
Yeah,
can
no,
things
that's what
can
I'm
be-
saying. Yeah.
So steam pitcher, yeah, you know you have to have a steam pitcher where you're steaming milk. Aerated, you know, I'm just gonna show you how to aerate the milk properly. Purging steam, and after every finish of the steam milk, purge, so all of the excess of milk inside steam, and you don't want it than the fresh milk.
Right.
Yeah, and grooming and sanitize steamer. You know when you finish up sanitize the steamer and thing. Grooming milk. So you know when you steam the milk, you tap out the bubbles, the steam, you swirl it around, polish it, make sure it shine like paint and thing. Yeah. So I'm gonna show you all of these things. So I think it's this it for this. So this is the steaming technique. Because a lot of places right now challenging how to steam a proper milk as a barista. So first, when you're steaming a milk, you have 4 holes. You have 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is a steamer. If you put the steamer right here, then you won't get any vortex of the milk. It will give you a lot of bubble up, it can burn you. So when you have 1 hole and you put the steamer right over the corner at this side, it will give you the vortex, give a whirlpool. So it will give you the proper steaming of milk.
Okay.
It will get shiny, it will get sweeter. This now for the 4 hole is burning it because there's no technique in this. There's no technique. Yeah, but with the 1 hole you have technique. So that's it for the theory. So I go through the practical where I show you how to do the ground coffee, the brew coffee.
Spat off. Are you ready to make coffee? I haven't had espresso in over 2 months. I'm so ready.